Brown.
All right, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Oh, I gotta share screen. I gotta click that. Oh, hang on. I got one more step to do. Hi, Facebook.
Hey, Facebook, what's crack-a-lacking? Oh, my God.
All right, I gotta share my screen so you can hear the fine open that we do here, which is right here now. Okay, let's do this for reals now. Ready? Here we go. Okay, bye.
Now, the Wicked Fast Podcast with Longboy and Timmy G.
Hey, this is Dale Jr.
Hey, this is Jeff Gordon.
Hey, this is Clint Board. Hey, guys, it's Chase Elliott.
Hey, this is Alex Bowman.
Hey, this is Kevin Harvick.
Hey, it's Ryan Blaney.
Hey, this is Joey Logano.
Hey, this is Kyle Busch.
Hey, it's Austin Dillon.
You're listening to the
Wicked Fast
Podcast. Come on, try a little more New England.
Okay, watch this. Hey, it's Austin Dillon. You're listening to the Wicked Fast Podcast. Wicked Fast.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Hello, this is the Wicked Fast Podcast.
Now, to anyone out there who wants to go fast, anybody.
I want to go fast.
Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah. Podcast episode 276 coming at you. Brian Bell here. Timmy G
over here. Hey, everyone. What's up?
Of course, streaming this on the old Facebook. And, I was a podcast guy I follow. I was saying maybe we should put this up on YouTube. YouTube's a big podcast thing. We should put up our video each week on YouTube as a podcast. So maybe we'll do that for the playoffs. We'll see. You can always find us
like that
at Wicked Fast Podcast on Facebook or Instagram or Threads or at Wicked Fast PDCST on X, Twitter thing there.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Hi, Timmy G.
Hey, bud, what's going on?
How much? And of course, thanks to our friends over at Big Night Entertainment, Big Night Media, that fine group of podcasts and stuff going on there, and the WinBet app, which you heard at the intro of the show. So download the WinBet app. We're getting into really, I think football season is probably a big, just huge betting season. So download the WinBet app, put in your $20, get your $100 of bets, and away you go.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to do it.
How you doing, Timmy G?
I'm all right, man. How are you? What's new? Anything exciting?
Just waiting to get hired from at GBH. That would be nice.
Great news. Congratulations. Well deserved.
Good to have an actual job again. That'd be nice.
Yep, absolutely.
Be helpful. Paying the bills makes it easier when you have a job. But I am still available if you do need a voice guy. So let me know. I'm doing plenty of voice work. So you let me know.
Love that.
And there you go. Kids are back to school next week. So it'll be nice and quiet around here. Okay.
Love that.
We
a
got
lot more
some
podcasting on the way.
That's right. We got some NASCAR to talk about. Another road course that had some interesting things, but it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel? I noticed in the notes there's basically 4 lines about Watkins Glen. So
because there's really not a lot to talk about it. I mean, we could start with that right away. I mean,
your boy ran out of gas. I had him on my fantasy team. That was like the worst communication ever.
And I don't get it because they've been working together since Chase has come into the mix.
They messed up. They messed up their calculation.
I get the risk taking. I do.
No,
because
it wasn't about that even. When I was watching the race, they mentioned
it kind of was because Chase moved up 11 spots because of their risk. So, I mean, that helped them.
Right.
So,
but they miscalculated. They screwed up the math. Like as they were saying during the broadcast, like a track like Daytona. Yeah. You flip the switch and you've got 3 laps. But at Watkins Glen, it's the longest track there is. You're not going to get 3 laps on your extra tank once you flip the switch, and they totally messed it up. And they're like, oh yeah, you got 3 laps, and it's like, oh no, you don't. So that stunk. Not a great season for Chase. Not a great season for Chase.
No, here's the thing: if you actually look at his stats and stuff, if you take away the 7 races that he missed, Chase is actually having a really good season.
Yeah, but you know what? Factor in missing 7 races because of a snowboarding injury,
but if you take away the 7 races that he's missed, he's finished in the top 10 in half the races that he's been in. and 6. Yeah, like his average finish is 13th. Last year, his average finish was 12th. And the year that he won the championship, it was 12th.
Yeah, I'm just
so he's not like that far off. It's just those 7 races screwed him.
Yeah,
so like he's driving fine
in some of the races when he needs it. He's getting these weird things happening, So it's just not great.
I mean, there was a stretch there when he came back. He went 7th, 3rd, 34th, 5th, 4th, 3rd. So if you change that 34th at Charlotte, where he crashed, and that changes, and then since then, 13th, 12th, 10th, 13th, 36th, 2nd, 32nd. So literally the last 2 out of the last 3 races have screwed him.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I had him on my fantasy team, and I'd already put Daniel Suarez in the garage, so I was screwed.
Yeah, like as a Chase fan, it sucks because like, who am I going to root for in the playoffs?
Well, come on, you can still root for the 24 car. They're cranking. They are cranking right now. You've got to love seeing the 24 car.
I'm really glad you brought up that 24 car because we have to give a huge congratulations to Jeff Gordon and William Byron, the 100th win in the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports.
Really?
Was at Watkins Glen. They're already printing shirts because I got a notification from the Hendrick Motorsport team store.
Of course you did.
Because any new Jeff Gordon merch that comes out, I get notified.
Get your 100 win shirt.
Yeah, but the paint scheme that they put on William Byron's car on the t-shirt, no.
No.
And it's funny because
Rainbow Warrior paint scheme for it?
No. They have it for Jeff. They have it in the Chevy Lumina.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So,
that's pretty good.
That was a little bit of a turn on right there, but overall,
it makes it more look like a good looking twin, ugly twin situation.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen real quick just so you can see,
go ahead.
So you can laugh.
If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube.
So do you see it dead center? Like that's not a cool paint scheme. It's not.
And it's the one in the front too. That's a good looking one in the front though. At the 24. That's classic. Oh yeah.
So whatever. Bummer.
I can already see your head in that shirt right there. So nice.
Can I actually do one small confession? I've been kind of collecting like a lot of old school tickets lately. Okay. And I found on eBay Jeff Gordon's first win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the Slick 5300, a ticket for $6.98 on eBay, and it's coming my way.
My dad probably has one sitting around.
Well, no, because the thing is like I have the wristband.
Right.
I've saved all my wristbands from Loudon, but I don't have like the actual ticket.
The hard ticket.
And guess who's on the ticket?
Dale Earnhardt.
No. The former owner of the track.
Buddy Bear?
There's a picture of him on the ticket.
Wow.
It's hilarious. Absolutely. And the ticket's in unbelievable condition based on the pictures. So.
Well, that's exciting.
It's riveting stuff. Yeah, but William Byron wins.
Yep.
You could argue
he's the hottest driver on series right now.
It was Martin Truex Jr. and now it's William Byron.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting. But Chase running out of gas, Bubba Wallace having the run of his life on a road course. It's borderline might have saved him his playoff spot. If
Still
we get
not
a
enough
repeat
to
winner.
get the extra bonus points though.
No,
on his bonus matchup, but he did have a great run. So that was good.
No, he did have a great run. And then I love when short people get into it. And that Kyle Larson.
I don't think that's politically correct.
Are vertically challenged people
little guys
get into it.
Little guys.
That's
not right.
Sorry. If I offended anyone
Austin
who's
Dillon
short, my apologies. Not like I'm a tall guy. But yeah, Austin Dillon and Kyle Larson on that final lap. That was something. That was something. But yeah, I mean, so last week I was kind of against everyone saying, oh, the cautions. And now I'm with you because that was stupid. At least do it
Thank you.
once. Do it, end of stage 1 or end of stage 2. Do it once. You can't. You can't.
Just
because if you think about it, it could have saved Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
It really could.
That's why you're on board now. But it just I don't know. I don't think I just don't think it adds to the race. I think it takes away from the race. I think you need, especially on a course that long, the thing gets so spread out. It's just, you need to bunch it back up every once in a while. You can't just let one guy run away with it. It's just, what are we, F1? It's like, yeah. I mean, really. Let's see some racing. Why?
Yeah, because I loved F1. I loved that show. I spiraled hard.
Great
I thought
show.
the ending at that the ending between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton at the final race back in 2021 was unbelievable. The drama behind it, how the Stewarts kind of screwed over, and since then it's been a snooze fest.
Yeah,
just weird. Yeah, I mean.
Anyway, like
Watkins Glen,
I feel like 2 back-to-back road courses at the end of the season should have been more exciting.
For sure, because especially since that's what the fans wanted and that's what NASCAR has given. And I feel like NASCAR does a good job listening to fans saying, okay, you guys want more road courses. We got it, but don't ruin it. And because now people didn't like it so much. Now they want the oval to come back. Why? The oval at Indy? Oh, good God. I'd rather be back in a 7th grade science class than watch that race.
Just throw cautions in at the stage breaks, please.
Even if it's just one lap. Like everyone comes into the pits, everyone cycles through, and it's go time.
Yeah.
And you know what? Put pressure on people. Oh. Or bunch everyone together, then go on pit road. And then once people get on pit road, everyone cycles back through, and if you're late and you had a crappy pit stop, catch up when that.
Sorry, we're green already.
Yeah, we're green already. Like just something, because the first turn at each of the last 2 tracks are electric factories, but at the same time,
not if there's not a restart.
They also don't want a demolition derby either, which I understand because NASCAR with these new cars are the ones supplying all the parts. So I understand why they're probably not like, we don't,
we can't wreck 40 cars again.
Yeah, we can't do that. So I get to kind of to a degree, but like the first turn of Watkins Glen has had some of the most wild instances in the sport.
Yeah.
Like,
squeezing everybody in, it gets all wide and then squeezes back in. It's like,
like the second, like the last corner at Sonoma.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But no one's really bunched up there.
Right.
But those first 2 turns at Indy, yeah. And even the Roval too. I mean, remember when Chase Elliott just went straight into that wall,
straight into the wall,
and then still won that race. So
yep.
But that will be interesting because the Roval is in the playoffs. So are they going to do caution laps then? Because they should.
Yeah, I mean, if these 2 races don't tell them that, then they're not paying attention.
Because now it brings out it throws out the teamwork aspect of it. Now the pit crews really don't matter. Oh, you got a strong car. Let's just make sure we got a 10-second pit stop and we're Gucci.
Yeah.
Or we're Wrangler in the NASCAR world.
In the NASCAR, yeah. Yeah. All right. So.
All right.
There you go.
Well, before we spot. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you want to hit standings and?
Well, I was going to say before we spiral with all that, because there's a lot to break down.
Some breaking
let's
news
just talk about a few things. First off, Tommy Baldwin. Tommy Baldwin is a former NASCAR crew chief. Used to do the number 38 M&M's car back in the day. Also operates Tommy Baldwin Racing, which is in the Wheel and Modified Tour. NASCAR sent out a thing the other day saying that he is battling a tough break of cancer. So just want to say that we're rooting for Tommy in his battle with cancer. Now we get to talk about a little TV for everyone. Couple breaking news things. NASCAR has teamed up with Netflix to do 5 45-minute episodes about the 2023 NASCAR playoffs.
All right.
So basically like every other race, give or take.
Yeah.
No, actually every other race, right?
So like two races.
There's 10
races
races
in an episode.
Yeah. So, and that's going to premiere in early 2024, probably right before the Daytona 500, which is smart by NASCAR. Make sure it's good because the USA documentary Race for the Championship was okay.
Yeah, it's just it's too bad their most popular driver won't be in the playoffs.
Anyways, there's still a race left. But what I'm excited about, obviously, minus Dale Jr., who will be involved as an executive producer, and
of course,
I'm a big Dale Jr. off the track guy.
How can you make a NASCAR thing without Dale Jr. being involved?
Yeah, but Connor and Libby Geist are executive producers, and they did The Last Dance. Now, for those of you that lived under a rock and don't know what The Last Dance is, that was the 10-episode documentary on Michael Jordan's career, which was, even if you, my mom's a little biased on basketball because I basically forced her to like it. She loved it.
It was good.
That was awesome.
Really good.
Minus just the one little episode where they probably should have talked about Michael Jordan's father's disappearance a little bit more. That was weird. And then in the future, NASCAR is in the middle of a media right battle. So there are some hot and heavy rumors that Amazon is going up against Warner Brothers, and the two of them are competing to get NASCAR's brand new broadcast package, because at the end of 2024, Fox and NBC's contract is up. And both of those networks combined are paying $820 million a year.
Wow.
A year. Now, Warner Brothers, they aired NASCAR on TNT back in the day in 2015, because I think the first race every year was at Loudon, if I remember correctly. That was on TNT. So that'll be interesting, because then TNT would literally have NBA, NHL, and NASCAR. So that'd be interesting.
Portfolio. Yeah.
Yep. Well, and then they would also have the MLB playoffs, because doesn't Warner Brothers also owns Turner? So TBS owns Turner because it's called the Turner Broadcasting System. So yeah, they would have Major League Baseball playoffs, NASCAR, NBA, and NHL. And TNT, I feel like works. It's like 2 away from USA, right? Because that's basically what it is right now. But Amazon would be weird too, because Amazon would have to force streaming. And I feel like that could affect the sport a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if the whole
I feel like streaming
ain't streaming crowd.
No, it's not a streaming crowd. I don't think, because I mean, most of the tracks are in the middle of nowhere anyways. So you couldn't even stream it where you are. Like, we couldn't stream it with the signal strength or the lack thereof up at Loudon.
Oh God, the signals up there on race weekend are crazy.
Especially when it was Nextel.
Oh, it was the worst.
That was awful. And then finally, a kind of a shocking situation within the NASCAR world, maybe not just directly with the Cup Series, but GMS Racing, a truck series powerhouse. They've won 44 races since 2012, 2 truck series championships, 3 ARCA series championships. Legacy Motor Club actually operates out of their camp in North Carolina. Oh, wow. They're ceasing operations at the end of this year.
Huh.
All gone. Bye-bye.
That's weird. I wonder if Legacy's going to buy up the whole thing.
So I'm wondering if Jimmy Johnson is just going to buy up the whole thing and then just have have an ARCA team, have a truck team, and then almost be like an up and coming Junior Motorsports, even though Junior Motorsports isn't in the mix for a Cup Series thing, even though it probably should be. But
I think they will be soon.
Yeah, they will be, because it will be interesting, because with them moving over to Toyota, GMS is a big Chevy thing. So Chevy's kind of losing some strong teams,
some heavy hitters there.
Yeah. So that'll be very interesting. So keep an eye on that, because, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Johnson, if he's not going to be racing in the IndyCar series anymore, maybe he just shifts all of his focus to expanding his NASCAR empire. If you will, with Richard Petty and others. So that'll be interesting to watch for sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Standings. So where are we with everybody?
So this is where it gets a little crazy. So this is what you need to look for this weekend. First off, Denny Hamlin needs to gain 40 points on Martin Truex Jr. to win the regular season championship. He gained a good chunk last week. I forget the total amount, but he gained a good chunk. And if you remember, he lost 25 points earlier in the season, just like William Byron or Alex Bowman or anyone else did, with penalties of that sort. So there is still a possibility that Denny Hamlin could get in those 25 points back for winning the regular season championship. But most likely it will be Martin Truex Jr. winning the regular season championship. But again, Martin Truex Jr. crashes. Denny Hamlin wins the first 2 stages and comes in 5th. He's your regular season champion. So keep an eye on that. Because of what happened, because of what happened last week, a repeat winner, Brad Kay and Kevin Harvick are officially locked into the playoffs. That's what it's going to be. So that means there's one duck left on the island, one little guy, and that's Bubba Wallace. He is 32 points up on Ty Gibbs and 43 points up on Daniel Suarez. So Ty Gibbs and Daniel Suarez are technically mathematically, they still got a chance.
Oh, now, hang on. Your mic's doing weird things.
Hello.
There it is.
Okay. So Ty Gibbs and Daniel Suarez are still mathematically eligible, if you will, to make the playoffs.
Right.
So here's the thing. One new driver wins, Bubba's gone, unless it's Bubba himself. So if Bubba wins,
which he's pretty good at super speedways.
Yep, he is.
He gets some runs there.
Allmendinger, Bowman, Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, Justin Haley, Ryan Pierce, Eric Almirola, Todd Gilliland, Corey LaJoie, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Harrison Burton. If they win, they're in.
Okay.
If Chase Briscoe wins, this is where it gets a little spicy. If Chase Briscoe wins, he's currently 19 points out in the 31st spot, and you need to be in the top 30 to move on. So if Chase Briscoe wins, but Harrison Burton comes in second, or whatever that case may be, there could be a chance where Bubba is safe if Chase Briscoe wins.
That would be crazy.
Which would be crazy.
But mathematically, it could happen.
But mathematically, it went that like no joke. If the top 5 is Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, Corey LaJoie, Bubba's safe.
And your fantasy team stinks if they
So that's the situation there. And listen, a few spots could change within the top 15 or so. A couple people could move up a couple spots depending on stage points. It will be interesting to see if some teams are willing to take the risk at Daytona and want to lead at the end of stage 2 because they get an additional playoff bonus point that way. And that could take them from 8th to 5th, which means they get more playoff points, and they're safer from the cut line. Now, the other thing that I'm interested in, because it's obviously going to be really tough for Chase to make the playoffs, because if he doesn't win, he doesn't get in.
That's it.
But for those of you that were watching the race, you heard Chase Elliott. The first thing he said was he wasn't worried about his playoff situation. He was worried about Mr. Hendrick's playoff situation. And this is where it gets a little weird. So 15 out of the 16 spots for the Owners' Championship are locked in. Owners' Championship. Right now, in 15th is Chase Elliott. He has a 30-point lead over Bubba Wallace and a 32-point lead over Ty Gibbs. And the reason why this is important, this is where all the sponsors pay the bills.
Right.
Because if Mr. Hendrick wins the Owners' Championship, that's a big deal. Now, Alex Bowman's probably not going to make it. But William Byron's doing very well this year. Kyle Larson has done very well this year at times. But for those of you that are wondering why Chase Elliott is still in the mix, it's not Chase Elliott, the driver.
It's the car.
It's the car. It's the 9 car. So when Josh Berry and Jordan Taylor filled in and they had reasonable finishes, that is the reason why they have a 30-point lead over Bubba Wallace for the owners' points. So Bubba could make the drivers' playoffs. Chase Elliott could make the Owners' Championship. And this actually happened last year. So Ryan Blaney made the playoffs, but the 45 team. No, wait. Ryan Blaney didn't make the playoffs, but he made the Owners' Championship, where the 45 car made the drivers' playoffs, but didn't make it into the Owners' Championship. The only reason why the 45 car made it in was because Kurt Busch won at Kansas. And then because of Ty Gibbs coming in, he didn't have a lot of great finishes. That kind of screwed him over.
Yeah.
So this has happened before. So Chase Elliott, not only is racing for his own second Cup championship, he's also racing for his boss.
Right.
Which is crazy to think about. So keep an eye out on that. But,
interesting. All right.
Spots 3 to 15.
Locked in. You're pretty much,
I mean, those guys are,
it.
yeah. I mean, will a Joey Logano, who could go from 7th to 5th, try and win a stage with an extra playoff point? Maybe. But Kevin Harvick being in 15th, knowing he's at the bottom, will he just play it safe and just try and get some points and move on with his life? So it'll be very interesting to see.
Cool. All right. All right.
But I think that's what NBC will bash your brains into this weekend. Just those drivers that can win and Bubba.
Yep. I'm gonna pull up the fantasy. Where's my share screen? All right. So I'm pulling up this one so we can check out lineups too. NASCAR guy Nate.
Yeah, he needs to relax.
He's killing it right now. And so is Bubba Boucher, by the way. Right there.
Yeah, back-to-back great weeks.
Yeah, and Nate, I mean, look at that. Tyler Reddick in the garage. He's putting the points in the garage.
Kyle Larson, if he didn't spin, Nate made the right decision.
Yeah. So good stuff. And then he
got all the matchups too.
2, 3, 4. Yep. I missed one.
Yeah, I missed one too because I thought Chase was going to win this race.
Yep. But yeah, Bubba Boucher, another great week. Look at that. 1, 2, 4, 5, and then Kyle Larson. Yep.
Feel bad for Michael McDowell. He was moving.
I know.
And then just kind of poop luck.
Because I had him on my team. I'm like, we talk him up. He had great momentum. He always points well at these races, and then just meh. That was a shame. But you know who didn't do well? Boy, look at that. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Double chump. He's had some.
Can you click? Can you actually click? Yeah, he's had
some rough weeks. Yeah, Chase, Kyle, AJ
good strategy. Very good strategy there.
Yep.
Minus thinking Bubba Wallace was going to do well over Tykins.
Missed. Yeah. Only got one bonus pick right. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah. So there you go. So right now, let me just where are the league standings here? League. So the overall standings in our fantasy league.
Oh,
for days. Yeah.
I didn't know I moved up.
Yep.
Well, let's go.
Yep. You're up in third. NASCAR guy Nate doing well. He is 1 point behind first place now.
Yeah. Nate, the last, I wish they could do the last 5 weeks because Nate's been on, I believe, what they call a heater.
Yeah. Well, here, let's just do this. So NASCAR guy Nate last week. He was fourth.
262, so 3 straight weeks of scoring 200 points. Keep going.
205, 231.
4 straight weeks of 200 points.
202.
5 straight weeks.
212. Yeah.
Okay. So it's so close. So he had 5 straight weeks. Yeah. Go to 19, just week 19, just for poops and giggles. Okay. He didn't do anything there. Right. Well, that was a tough week for everyone. But 5 straight weeks having over 200 points. He's probably gained 1,100 points in the last 5 weeks, which is that's how you move on up.
That's right. So he's 1 point behind left turns for days, Jackson down the street. So good job. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So, I do enjoy Daytona being the last regular season.
Same Z5000. I don't care about the 4th of July, Pepsi 400. I did back in the day, but this is the way to do it.
Yep.
High risk, high reward.
Yep. Anybody can win it.
I'm just worried that there's 15 drivers and a lot of them are kind of, I know that's not how the NASCAR guys work. I know they want to win every single race and will do whatever it takes to race, but I'm sure in the back of their mind, for example, if you're Bubba Wallace, are you going to lay out back and just chill
and wait for a little
and
bit.
wait, or are you going to do that
I
if
feel
you
like
Chase
Bubba
Elliott?
doesn't do that.
No, I know Bubba doesn't do that, but like, so it's interesting. Like, if you're Chase Elliott, are you just going to chill in the back in hopes that you can make a late push, or are you going to try? Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy because as long as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is there, or Austin Dillon.
Yeah,
I
Bubba, feel like
those guys,
a lot
or
of
even
guys,
Corey LaJoy, those guys give zero bleeps.
Yeah, I feel like early in the race, guys are going to be testing it out and see what they have for a car so they can make the adjustments and then hang and chill and wait. Because you can't win this race if you're not in it at the end. I mean, that's the biggest, so it's going to be interesting to see how they work it. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
see. It will be Saturday night, folks. Saturday, August 26th, 7 p.m. on NBC.
So we got Patriots Friday night. We got racing Saturday night.
NASCAR Saturday.
Right.
And then get the kids back to school Sunday night and adios amigos. Remember, no practice for these super speedway tracks. So qualifying will be on Friday evening at 5:05 p.m. So you can do a little qualifying watch, and then you cook your dinner in between, and then Patriots final preseason game, which should be just riveting. All right, so the Daytona 500 earlier this year, we all know that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won that race. It was him and Kyle Busch kind of towards the end, and then Kyle Busch waited for his teammate, and it kind of screwed him over, and he finished 19th. And then there were two teams that were very strong. Brad Kay, Chris Buescher, RFK Racing. They were very strong in stage 3. They led 74 laps for that race. And then Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain at Trackhouse. Both of those cars finished in the top 10. So keep an eye out for both of those teams, especially
Brad Kay
RFK.
and Buescher. Yeah, like they've been very strong these last couple of weeks too. They've had really good runs.
And Brad Kay would
leading into this end of the season.
Brad Kay would go from like 15th to like probably into the top 10, maybe, give or take. With that. So, all right. So I did the last 3 races at Daytona with the next gen car for your fantasy tips, if you will. Last 3 winners: Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I don't think there is another Austin in the Cup Series, so I think you're all out of your Austins there.
I don't know if I have any of those guys left.
Yeah, God forbid. Top 5 in points: Martin Truex Jr. Now, remember, if you've been listening, we've done this for 8 years. I would say the first 7 years we bashed Martin Truex Jr. because he was not very good at super speedways. But this next gen car, he's doing pretty well in it. Joey Logano 2nd, Austin Cindric 3rd, Bubba Wallace 4th, and Kyle Busch is 5th in points. Only one driver out of the entire squad has 2 top 5 finishes out of the last 3 races, and that is Austin Cindric.
Well, that name keeps popping up, doesn't it?
Yep. 3 drivers that have 2 top 10 finishes: Ryan Blaney, his teammate, Austin Cindric, and Kyle Busch. And then, ready for this? Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, William Byron, Ryan Preece, Harrison Burton, Ty Gibbs have not finished on the lead lap in all 3 races.
Wow. That's interesting.
So that's interesting. But fun fact, only 8 drivers have finished on the lead lap in 2 or more races. So that's kind of defending them there a little bit.
Yeah.
And one of those 8 drivers is Austin Cindric. So Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., and Alex Bowman. Those are the only drivers. Usually I do an average finish of 10th or better.
Yeah.
Those are the only drivers with an average finish of 15th or better.
Wow.
So it just shows that, like, trying to pick your fantasy team this weekend, good luck. Yeah. Brad Kay has led 109 laps in the 3 races here. The next closest person is Kyle Busch with 41, followed by Ryan Blaney with 37. So I think I'm going to add the RFK boys into the mix. And then after that, I literally may have my niece's pick. Because, like, at that point, like, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
And Austin Cindric, because his name just keeps coming up.
Yeah. Austin Cindric will probably be my garage driver.
Yeah. And really, just because William Byron's on a heater himself, I wouldn't. I may as well just throw him in there.
Yeah.
Let me look to see what we have for the bonus picks for this race.
Yes.
So bonus picks for the final. Damn pop-up ad. Take me to a new window. Damn pop-up ads on NASCAR.com. It did it again. Opens up an ad for the Alex Bowman car keeps driving across the screen and opening a new window. All right, here we go. Bonus picks.
Probably the only
bonus
good driving
picks,
he's done this year. Oh,
True.
boom roasted.
All right. Well, here you go. Your first matchup: Bubba Wallace, Ty Gibbs.
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, I feel like Ty Gibbs
cool
has had
that.
a lot of picks in these matchups, more than he.
Well, it's probably. I'm surprised it's not called the Monster Energy Pick'em.
right. All right.
All right. No, I'm cool with that. That's a good one. Couple guys going for the win. They're set.
Yep.
Bubba's 16th, Ty Gibbs 17th. Continue.
Yep. So that's good. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, team on team.
Okay. Again, two guys trying to go after it for the win. I'm okay.
Teammate matchup. Denny Hamlin,
Martin Truex Jr.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Could we go 4 for 4?
Ryan Blaney.
No.
Good at super
Austin
speedways.
Cindric.
Good at super speedways.
Austin Cindric.
Joey Logano.
They had a chance.
It's all right.
No, I mean, that's like a B-. Like, I'm okay with it, but like my last matchup would have been Brad Kay versus Chris Buescher.
Yeah, that would be good.
Or you just say anyone who can finish better than Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon or the field.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. There's your fantasy picks. We'll see how we do. Well, our regular season championship, there's only a 1 point difference between first and second. So this is going to be exciting for our fantasy players as well.
And remember,
get the regular
just because you win the regular season championship doesn't mean that you win the whole thing.
Does John still have the trophy? Is it still down the street? I think so, right?
I don't think we gave it to our second winner, so probably.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
I just got my plate to add to the trophy.
Oh, really? Nice.
2023 Media Challenge winner, Timmy G, Wicked Fast Podcast. So I'm going to put that on there at some point today.
Very nice.
Shout out to Shannon, by the way. I think she listens every week. So if Shannon does, thanks. Appreciate you. And I think she's having her kid.
The Wicked Fast Media Challenge Dynasty. Yeah, I know. That's exciting. Very exciting. All right. Life will never be the same, Shannon. Okay. We good? We should probably pick a winner, right? All right. Blaney.
I'm not picking Chase Elliott because I feel like it's now Kevin Harvick curse. Who do I want? You know what? Chase Briscoe. Let's ramp up the drama.
You're gonna pick a Chase.
31st. Yeah.
There you go.
I pick a Chase. Yes. Mind games.
Yeah. Chess and checkers, baby. All right. There we go. We'll see you next week. We'll see who we got going into the playoffs. All right. Sound good?
Talk soon. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.